Thanks, Emily. Well, getting older isn't always the most glamorous of things for our skin, but proper care and regular visits to the dermatologist may help erase those pesky signs of aging. So today, after focusing on everything about women's health, we're turning it to our skin and talking to dermatologist Dr. Mary Lou Lenahan from Lenahan Dermatology. Now, I can imagine that when it deals with skin, a lot of people think that it is more a vanity issue than a health issue, but we kind of want to discuss that right now.
Okay. Well, you have to remember, the skin is the largest organ of the body, and from day one, ultraviolet light has an impact on our skin. So it's not just for looks, it's for safety. Melanoma is a fastly rising cancer that's rising by leaps and bounds. So we really need to be careful. We need to be examining our skin and going to see somebody to have it checked.
And other than that, are there any other misconceptions that you hear a lot in the industry that maybe people should be aware of?
Well, how about I go to the tanning booth to get a tan so I don't get a burn? I'm going on vacation, I'll get a tan first so I won't burn. Bad misconception. It's photo-damaging, photo-aging, and still making you more susceptible to skin cancer.
I have to say, every time one of my friends goes to maybe somewhere that's a little bit tropical, I always hear that, and I always think that's smart. So it's not smart.
It's not smart.
And you know, when we're talking about things that we can be doing to take care of our skin, what are some of the things that we really need to work into our routine?
So I say every age group, from your 20s to your 80s, the first thing you can do to protect your skin and have healthy skin for all your life is to wear sunscreen. That is the best anti-aging product we have on the market. Eating healthy foods, avoiding high temperature times of the day, 11 to 2, without protection, you're really asking for trouble. So if you have sunscreen, I'm not saying you can't go out in the middle of the day, but wear your sunscreen. And now the FDA has new rules that says you have to reapply every 2 hours. So they have now found that sunscreens don't last all day. Even if you're not swimming, it's not lasting all day. So you need to reapply.
So when we're walking down that sunscreen aisle, there are so many different SPFs, there are so many different brands.
Right.
And even when we break it down farther than SPFs, there are things that some have that others don't have.
Right.
Where do we start to look for the SPF or the sunscreen we should be using?
Well, the SPF is for protection from the ultraviolet B rays. We don't have any category yet on sunscreens for the UVA protection. But avobenzone is the #1 UVA ingredient that's good for in sunscreens. So you're looking for ones that most of them should already say it, broad spectrum. So they cover UVA and UVB. And at least a #30. And probably a shot glass full of sunscreen. If you're in a bathing suit going out this afternoon, you should have a shot glass full of sunscreen on your skin. And if you don't, the amount of sunscreen protection you have goes down significantly.
And then when we're talking about other products, are there anything on the market that it comes to cleaning or washing your face? Because a lot of people rely on face wash, face lotion. Where do we start to look for that kind of stuff?
Well, there are so many products out there, but I don't believe in antibacterial soaps. I think those are overrated, and we don't need to use those on a regular basis unless you have an infection on the skin. But, you have to tailor it to your skin type. If you have oily skin, you might use something with salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, things like that. If you have very dry, sensitive skin, we have all kinds of products out there now geared for the sensitive skin patient that's milder and gentler so you don't end up with dry skin in our Buffalo cold winters.
And all of these things that we can't get to talk to or we want to talk a little bit more at length, your dermatologist can discuss with you. So for people that want to look into going to a doctor to check out, again, like you said, the largest organ of your body, where can they get more information about Lenahan Dermatology?
So we have our office out at 6507 Transit Road, LenahanDermatology.com. And I have 2 very qualified PAs. We have an esthetician. So we offer a wide spectrum of services, from skin cancer surveillance to aesthetic problems.
And we go to the doctor, we go to the dentist, so I think it's about time that we start realizing that the dermatologist is also a very important factor in our health.
Right. And remember, you don't have to be old to get skin cancer. My youngest patient with a melanoma is a 12-year-old young girl.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
As it gets closer to the summer, you're going to hear on Winging It a lot. Put on your sunscreen when you go outside, and if you have any questions, you can always go to your dermatologist.